one of our last conversations the night before, he looked me in my face and said, Rain, if I ain't got my gun, how I'm gonna protect you? You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I always say Mo3 didn't get set up, because it wasn't about no money. He had $100,000 worth of jewelry and $100,000 in cash in the car. That was jealousy. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even no hit. They got regular lawyers, corner porter lawyers.
You said Mo3 had how much in the car?
100,000, because we just came back from Cali. We was on the road for 4 days straight, and then we went to California, and Sacramento did 2 videos. Now, if they would have got the money, or money missing, or his was missing, then I'll be like, that's a setup. Nah, that was a jealous baby daddy.
Only underscore wireless. Please make sure you include the underscore, and this is only underscore wireless TV. Of course, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and hit the like button for your mans and them. And please don't forget, don't neglect to check out the Patreon link in the description. That's where I post the artwork. It's a little too racy for this platform. If you don't know, now you know. Rapper Yella Beezy charged in the death of rival Mo3. And shouts out to fox2now.com. That's where I'm finding this information. I might have to pull up another article to get some more details. I'll try to fill in the blanks as best I can, because I was following this at the time, or following all of the news associated with Mo3's death at the time. So, a quick timeline. Rapper Mo3, Melvin Noble was actually his government, but rapper Mo3 was shot and killed in November of 2020. Damn, it's almost 5 years ago now. Police say they believe his death was part of a rap feud, and rapper Yella Beezy, not Yellow, but Yella Beezy has been arrested in the case. News Nation. Dallas rapper Yella Beezy has been arrested and charged with capital murder in the death of rival rapper Mo3. Repeat myself, excuse me, I'm just trying to get through it. Yella Beezy is accused of hiring a man named 𝐤𝐤 White to kill Mo3 in November of 2020. And if you remember anything, or if you were like in the loop, if you were in the mix a little bit, at least like online, I mean, everything surrounding, like the circumstances surrounding Mo3's death, it was some real creepy stuff, man, because apparently the shooter and the accomplice, who isn't named in this article, but the shooter and the accomplice, they kind of like laid on, so to speak, they like laid on Mo3 the night before the shooting, like talking about like hours before. Like the story, like to give you a little bit of history, Mo3 was linking up with a female to do, what, grown-ups do, right? Me and you, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. I'm showing my age, man, but anyway, this ain't a laughing matter. Mo3 was linking up with a female. The female supposedly had ties to the shooter. But I don't know how true that is. I guess, I'll do some more research and figure that out if that's actually true. But apparently, the shooter, at least based on rumors or whatever, the shooter was blowing up the said female that Mo3 was linking up with. He was blowing up her phone like the night before the murder, so I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if Mo like slept that night. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not something that's just like, put yourself in his shoes. You link up with the female has ties to the killer is blowing up her phone, or at least he's messaging her the night before the killer kills you. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have been able to sleep that night. You know what I mean? Like, I would have had to have improvised, called an audible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to move a little different, man, because that's too much pressure. That's too much. But anyway, back to the article. Yella Beezy is accused of hiring a man named 𝐤𝐤 White to kill Mo3 in November of 2020 and allegedly providing payment or the promise of payment for carrying out the hit. Yella Beezy, whose real name is Marquise, I hope I'm not butchering that, but it's Marquise Conway, was shot 3 times in October of 2018. Now, a little history on that. Allegedly, the streets say, or the streets don't say anything these days, it's all the internet, right? The internet says that shooting was actually masterminded, orchestrated by Mo3, if not personally carried out by Mo3. So, it's get back. You know what I mean? It's get back. He was hospitalized. For 1 day before being released. His single, Yella Beezy's single, That's On Me, reached the top of the rapid R&B radio charts just prior to the shooting. I wasn't even aware of that, man. I don't know what I was doing in 2018. Excuse me. In 2021, Yella Beezy was arrested on 3 different occasions for charges related to firearms, guns, and did they say, yo, this is for real. It says charges related to firearms, guns, like there's a distinction between the two, and a sexual assault charge. He also faced a charge for child endangerment. So Yella Beezy, he was checking all the boxes, man, for like what you don't want to do. Firearms charges, sexual assault charges, child endangerment charges, a little bit of everything, man. Had his hands in the cookie jar for real. Now, Mo3, who I already mentioned, his government, his real name was Melvin Noble, was driving on Interstate 35. Now, imagine that. You wake up, you know, you shit, shower, shave, you know, whatever. You hop in the whip, get on the interstate, and you got killers pursuing you, or at least a killer pursuing you. If you saw that video, I can't post it, but if you saw that video, man, like, it's not the way you want to go. Like, preferably, you want to go an old man in a warm bed, warm, comfortable bed surrounded by your family, but that's clearly not the way Mo3 went out, and I'm not saying that lightly. Mo3, real name Melvin Noble, was driving on Interstate 35 just south of the Dallas Zoo on November 11, 2020, when he was shot and killed by someone who is now, you know, been identified as 𝐤𝐤, by someone in a black Chevy Camaro. He was pronounced dead at a local hospital. Excuse me, let me say it again. He was pronounced dead at a local hospital. Mo3 was known for hit singles, Everybody, Outside, and Broken Love. On social media, his mother, Nicole Williams Noble, called the charges justice. 2 other men, 𝐤𝐤 Dontrell White, who, you know, aforementioned 𝐤𝐤 White, 22 years old, and Devin Maurice Brown Jr., 27, are also facing charges in connection with Mo3's death. White is currently serving a prison sentence for firearms charges connected to the shooting, and Brown is being held in the Dallas County Jail, man. And what sticks out to me as I read that in real time are the ages, bro. So if these are their ages as of 2025, I'm assuming, at the time of the shootings, man, because we're talking about 2020. So at the time, 𝐤𝐤 was 18 and Devin was 23, bro. So 18. Crashing out at any age, it's not, there's never a good age to crash out. Like last night, I was just checking out, I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm gonna make it make sense. I was just watching The Quiet Place Day 1, right? And Lupita Nyong'o with her beautiful ass is in that movie. She plays somebody who has malignant, like terminal cancer. So she's gonna die. She has a death sentence, right? She's going to die of cancer. So in the movie, she like sacrifices herself because that's like the noble thing to do. But we're talking about like fiction, and we're talking about terminal cancer. To be like I guess, I'm assuming like a healthy, like young man, basically a boy at the time, man, to be 18 years old, if my math is right, to be 18 years old, bro, and crash out and kill somebody, man, over, there's just not amount of money worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you come from the shit, if you're in the struggle, and I don't know if that's even 𝐤𝐤's story for real, but assuming or presuming, you know, if you come from the shit, then it can be enticing, bro. Like you're dealing with frustration, you're dealing with a lot of like anger and like angst and all of that shit. You know, a lot of things that probably had nothing to do with Mo3 in all likelihood. A certain dollar amount might make it sweet, you know, 10 bands, 20 bands, 50 bands, you know, who knows, but crashing out at 18, or even if it is 22, if I'm reading the dates wrong, let's say it was 22, like, or he was 22 at the time. 18 to 22, bro, that's just too young to throw your life away. Not that there's ever a good age, but, you know, if you got terminal cancer and you're living in like an apocalypse with like, you know, death angels, then I guess that, you know, in that fictional setting, that might be the right time to do it. But in the real world, and we are talking about the real world right now, because I don't want to be too jokey about this shit, but crashing out to 22 is crazy. And then, you know, I don't know. And then, you know, and then you gotta look at Mo3, man. Like Mo3 was a promising young artist. He was on the rise. And, you know, if you don't know, he was signed to Boosie Badass's label. He was like his most prominent artist on that label. And now he's not here. And when I read this, it makes me think about like Mo3's facial expression when Bootsy did an interview with Mike Tyson. He sat down to Mike Tyson podcast, and Tyson was like pressing Bootsy because of what he said about Dwayne Wade's son or trans son. But I don't know, man. It's crazy, bro. It's a lot of violence, a lot of senseless violence. But Let me know what you think. Excuse me. Let me know what you think about, Mo3's death, about, Kawan, Devin, about Yella Beezy. Let me know in the comment section below. Only_Wireless TV. Out.